Okay, so let's see some more points about the capacitor. Basically, parallel plate capacitor we are discussing. So let this positive terminal of the plate, negative terminal, plus Q, minus Q, capacitance value C. Okay, now this is the positive charge, positive, and this one with the negative. So there would be a interaction between them. So they would attract each other, right? So we need to find the force of attraction. So what we will do, we will take a small element on this negative terminal dq. So due to this plate, there would be an electric field on this point. So that electric field would be sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Electric field due to one single plate, infinite plate, sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Now this charge is placed in this electric field. So if I talk about the force on that elemental charge, so force is given as charge into field. Okay, charge into field. So charge dq, field how much? Sigma by 2 epsilon naught. So that is our elemental force. Now what we can do here? We can integrate both sides to get the total force. So total force would be sigma by 2 epsilon naught outside. Integral of dq would be q. Now we can form this q equals to sigma into a. So sigma square by 2 epsilon naught into a, because charge is given as density into area. So that is force. Okay. So force clear. So if you divide it by area, so force per unit area would be sigma square by 2 epsilon naught. Force per unit area, that is what? Pressure. So electrostatic pressure between the plates would be sigma square by 2 epsilon naught. Okay. Apart from them, apart from these, we have few more things. So we have connected this capacitor with a battery of voltage V. Okay. Now this battery would supply some charge, plus as well as minus. Let's say at any point of time, initial charge would be how much? 0. Final charge would be q. So in between somewhere it would be q. So from q, extra charge that the battery is supplying is how much? dq, elemental charge. This is the transition state. So from q, extra little amount of time, in a little amount of time, dq, small amount of charge is being supplied by the battery. Okay. So now we need to calculate change in potential energy. We need to calculate potential energy stored. So du, how much potential energy would store in this extra charging of dq? So potential energy is given as charge into potential of the capacitor. Charge into potential of the capacitor. Charge dq. What is the potential of the capacitor? Potential of the capacitor is charge by capacitance. V equals to Q by C. So that is energy, small energy in storing this dq. If we integrate both sides again, charge varies from 0 to capital Q. So total energy stored would be how much? Q square by 2C with limit 0 to Q. So it would be Q square by 2C. Okay. So it would be how much? Q square by 2C. So we can remember that potential energy stored is Q square by 2C. This is the energy of the capacitor, energy stored on capacitor. We have one more formula, Q equals to CV. So Q equals to CV, we'll put this one, we'll get few more formulas. So U equals to half CV square, that is half QV, and Q square by 2C. So overall these three formulas are there. Depending on the available data, we can calculate energy stored on the capacitor. Okay, clear? Okay, now next one. So now while charging the capacitor, this process is being done by what? Battery. So battery is responsible for charging the capacitor. So there would be some work done by the battery. So if I talk about elemental work done in supplying charge dq, it would be dq into potential. Okay, and this potential is because of what? This potential is because of battery potential. So if you write a dq potential V, integrate both sides, that would be the total work done by the battery. Potential of the battery, this potential of the battery, this would remain what? Constant. Potential of the battery throughout the process is constant. So work done by battery would be, potential comes outside, dq would become q, putting the limit q. So work done by battery is simple charge into potential. Okay, q equals to cv, so cv square or q square by c. So again, work done by battery also has three formulas. Like energy stored was how much? Half qv, here half cv square, and here q square by 2c. Okay, next parameter, if I talk about heat loss delta H, you found out that battery is doing how much of work? Q into V, means that much of energy it is supplying, but how much energy is stored on the capacitor? Half of that QV. So there would be some heat loss, no? So heat loss would be given by energy supplied by the battery minus energy stored on the capacitor. So this formula would give you what? Heat loss dissipation through the wire. Got it?